Hi there viewers, this is Glebe Junction and this is the September update 2014, and I have done quite a lot of work since the last update. Over the last month I've spent quite a lot of time in the loft and just catching up really on a lot of things I've had on my list, on my to-do list, a lot of projects that I've started. I've started more than one, just so when I get bored with one I can just crack on with the other and then go back to the other one. And I've just been doing a lot of finishing off really around the layout. There's a lot of little things that I wanted to tidy up and finish off, detailing, that sort of thing. So it's been busy. I've got quite a lot to show. I have a new arrival. In fact, I have two new arrivals, and I've been into scratch building a lot of stuff as well. So here we go. Okay, so same as the last update and the one before that, station side has not been touched, and yet I still have the platform lights on this nearest platform still to do, but I'm just trying to get a load of electrical work, a load of it together before I start soldering and stuff. I don't want to do bits here and then bits there. I'd rather do the whole lot in one go. I've still got all the droppers to add around the layout as well, so it's probably more than enough for me to get cracking on with. But as you know, I hate electric, so I keep putting it off, but without doing that first, it's stopping me from doing other things that I need to do. So yeah, station side more or less the same. I've still got a lot of detail and stuff I need to add. The back end is still the same. You can see my workbench is a complete mess. It really is. But the funny thing is I know where everything is, which is weird, but it is. It's just carnage. It really is carnage, but I really need to have a clean up really, because things are going to get broken and lost if I don't. I'm not sure if I put an update on the signal box on the last update. It is now completely finished painted, and I just got to add the interior and the lighting. I've got all the lighting for it already, just got to buy the interior, the levers and stuff like that, and it probably just, I think it will go on this section here where the two or the four main lines join. So I think that's where it's going to go, and then obviously where this gap is in between the lines is going to be hillside. But I think that's where it's going to be based for now anyway. So moving on. Oh yeah, I've been scratch building some of these, if I can get it into focus, signal gantries. As you can see, it's just made out of brass, but it's not focusing very well. I've even started putting the wire meshing. Let's see if I can put my hand around behind it. I've even put wire meshing around the side of it and as well. I just got to add the actual lighting, the signal heads, and then weather it up. That's a ongoing project at the moment. I've been doing this one for a while, but for some reason my camera's not picking it up that well. I think it's because there's too many things behind it anyway. But that's one project that's ongoing at the moment. I've in fact been doing some work on that today. That will probably be placed over here where these things are. I can't think what they're called now. It's probably going to go around about here somewhere for the junction that's coming up there. Well, that's the idea anyway. And yeah, hopefully that'll be in place next weekend, fingers crossed. Again, another wiring job. Moving round, I'm not sure if I did anything of this on the last update, but I'll go into it anyway. This is going to be another little yard, which is almost done. All the building everything's in place, and the fencing everything's around, but the fencing needs to be sprayed up a little bit as well. Static grass. The road surface I've made it look so it's like a rough yard surface, and then obviously just painted it in different colours, and then added the grass sniffing around. But it's not picking up. My phone's not picking up for some reason, which is very odd. So yeah, it's coming to, no, it's not coming to focus anymore. there you go, it's coming into focus now. I've just cleaned the lens. So yeah, so it's been given a rough surface, just to represent like yard, dirt, mud, that sort of stuff, and then obviously giving it various colours and weathered it up. So I think that's come out quite nice actually, quite like that. Then that will run into a tiny little network rail yard where the gate is for the hut down there. If I go around this side, I've then added a container and some other bits and pieces around the side there as well. Still got to add lighting in there yet, but it's coming along quite nicely. I quite like that area. Talking of lighting, I've actually got my my yard lights now working. I've got one there, and I've also got one there as well, and they look the nuts. I've got 2 more coming on Friday actually as well, so I may even add 2 more to this yard, or 1 more to this yard and 1 to the other smaller TMD. I've even started adding light inside the large depot. I've only put light on one side, I've still got to add light on the other side. Same with this building, lights in there as well. This is obviously the wash plant, and yeah, it looks alright. Just got to tidy up the wires. But on the other side of this, I have added the extra little detail, release pipes, or release valve pipes, and now being added as well, and a little barrier there, and started to do the rough surface around the concrete and around the yard, and they're starting to come on quite nicely now. Quite like that. The next thing I have been doing is before I go on to the next thing, I had this picture made up. My wife had it made up for me of my class 58 for my birthday, which was at the beginning of the week, and it's now up on the up in the loft. And yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. It's quite a nice thing to do for my wife. Didn't know she was doing that, so yeah, it was quite nice there. The next job is, I'm going to have to go underneath the layout to show you this. Yeah, I've started to add this security fence around the outside of the loco shed, and that goes all the way around, and that looks quite good as well. But the netting on there is black, so I'm not sure whether that should be black, whether I need to spray it up or something, but then that just risks spraying everything else around it, so it may have to just stay like that, unfortunately. But normally wide mesh fencing is normally like a grey colour, but this comes in black. I should have sprayed it first, I didn't think, but it looks okay. It's better than nothing, I suppose. Moving around the ballasting on this bit of track, I've just started doing the ballasting today. I've only just glued it, so it's only been drying for about an hour, to be honest. Over that section by the hut there, and under the tunnel, that was glued a few weeks ago now. And it's coming out quite nicely, but I've just done that section there and this section here. I'm not sure how far I got the last time around this section, but this hillside's now done. I've added a big tree there, and some bushes. These bushes were done using a different method. You can't buy these bushes. These were actually done using a different method, but I'll go into that in another video how I've done them. They're quite effective and really cheap, so I'll do a separate video on how to do those. They come out quite nicely. Yeah, the retaining wall is getting there. It just needs weathering now. I'll start adding the fence across the top. I've even added the cable trunk and everything around the ballast, and obviously electrical boxes and the cables that run out of them, and then the electrical cable run along the wall into the other electrical box down the end there. And then I just added a couple of ladders. I've seen them on the retaining wall before. I thought they looked quite good. And then some drain pipes I've started adding as well. And that area is really starting to look nice now. This colour ballast is different. It's a lot lighter than the ballast I've had around there, and I think it shows up quite nicely, and it will look even nicer once I've weathered, because all this track needs to be weathered down here as well. As you can see, because I've got obviously the black points, and then obviously the wooden points, and then the concrete sleepers on the flexi track, so it stands out. So I need to really weather it up so it all mixes in quite nicely, so you don't really notice. all the little point motors and wiring have been added in the orange piping. I've even started to add spare bits of rail and static grass as well. Even around this little hut, added a little fence and a couple of men and some more line side boxes and some static grass and stuff like that. But yeah, it's coming up quite nicely now. I've extended this little siding as well, because one of my new purchases will be sitting in this siding once I get around to sorting it out, but I'll show you that in a minute. I've also started to add the catenary. This is the dapole stuff. I'm not sure whether I'm going to keep this or not. It probably do for now, I think. I need to get some more because I've run out. My other project, move this out of the way, is this. Completely scratch built this from plasticard. Now, I've seen something similar to this on the real railway and also on another layout. I can't remember which one it was now. And this is like a little porter cabin on top of, what should we say, some large electrical box of some kind. I don't know what you would call it. But as you can see, it's completely scratch built and it's come out really well. I'm really pleased with that. I'll move it over here, but it's just not fixed in place and get a better look of it. It's like yeah, porter cabin like on a generator. That's what the word I'm looking for. And so this is all completely scratch built from plasticard, and obviously just sprayed up. But this is almost completed. Even got the glass in the porter cabin as well. Added all the electrical boxes. It's got lighting in it, as you can tell by the red and black wires from the back. That is not rigged up yet, obviously, because I wouldn't be able to turn it around otherwise. But as you can see, it's getting there. I still need to add the steps to go up to it, so I'm probably going to have to scratch build those. But the wiring will end up going through, turn it around, through this hole here, and then in through the baseboard, and then I'll wire it up to the track. And I've got some LED bulbs in there, strip LED bulbs, and it's very bright, so that will look really nice when that's lit up. And obviously just add loads of signs and stuff like that to it. This has been an ongoing project. This has been taking me a while to build this, so I say all built out of plastic cards, and even the lines on it are all scribed out using an alpha scriber. But yeah, I'm really pleased with that, considering it's scratch built. It looks almost as good as something you'd buy from like the likes of Bachmann and Hornby, so I'm quite pleased with that. And that will probably sit over there, I reckon, and that will look good there in between the main lines. So yeah, there's still a little bit more to do to it yet. Obviously got to do all the surrounding mud and grass and stuff like that. I think because this here is probably going to be, it's going to be a little yard here anyway, and then it'll be into a hillside coming down here, rough grass or wild grass and stuff like that. But I'm not sure what I'm going to do down this section yet where the wall ends. I'm still unsure. I'm still deciding what to do, but I don't need to worry about that because I've still got loads and loads of work around the rest of the layout to do. So I think that's most of the jobs that I've done so far. It may not look a lot, but all the little details and all the projects, all these scratch building stuff takes forever to do. So it feels like I've spent hours and hours and hours on it for the first time in ages. But then when you put it into a video form, it doesn't seem like a lot of work's been done. But trust me, I've spent all my time up here. My wife's been whinging at me so much for spending so much time up here, but hey, it's a hobby. Okay, so now we looked at the stuff that I've done, I'm just going to show you some of the new additions. Here is the first one, and the camera's not picking up for some reason today, don't know why. This is another Crompton, another class 33, and I've got this from Hatton's. I like my 33s,